Hello everyone, here I am back with yet another video of geography with an interesting topic, weather and climate, from the chapter Air. So now let's begin. Is it going to rain today? Will it be bright and sunny today? How many times have we heard this from anxious cricket fans speculating the fate of one-day match? If we imagine our body to be a radio and the mind its speaker, weather is something that fiddles with its control knobs. Weather is this hour-to-hour, day-to-day condition of the atmosphere, or in short we can say weather is short-term variation in atmosphere. Like sometimes we used to say, weather was good yesterday, isn't it? A hot or humid weather may make one irritable. A pleasant and breezy weather may make one cheerful and even plan for an outing. Weather can change dramatically from day to day. However, the average weather condition of a place for a long period of time represent the climate of a place. Or we can say in another terms, climate is a weather condition over a long period of time. And as we all know, nowadays climate change has become a burning issue worldwide. So, now do you understand why we have daily weather forecasts? Now, let's learn about elements of weather. Elements of weather. We know that temperature, atmospheric pressure, winds, humidity, clouds and precipitation are the elements of the weather. Let us know more about them. Temperature. The degree of heat of an object or the degree of heat at a place is known as temperature. Thus, the quantity by which you can compare the hotness or coldness of bodies is called temperature. Temperature is measured in degrees Celsius. Celsius is also called centigrade. Temperature is measured by an instrument called the thermometer. Temperature on a Celsius scale is read in degrees Celsius. Following are the factors on which the atmospheric temperature of a place depends. A. Nearness of the place to the Earth's surface. B. Latitude of the place. C. Altitude of the place. D. Height of the place above the sea level. E. Distance of the place from the sea. The Earth's surface gets heated due to the heat of the sun. Hence, the air near its surface gets heated first. Then, layer by layer, the air becomes warm. Hence, the temperature near the Earth's surface is higher and decreases as we go further away from the Earth. Atmospheric pressure. You might have enjoyed boating with your parents several times. Have you observed that when you sit on a boat, one side is pressed down sideways? Actually, it happens due to the weight of your body which you exert on the side of the boat. You must have read in your science textbooks that any object has weight. Air also has weight. It is a highly compressible mixture of gases which applies pressure on the Earth's surface by exerting its weight. Thus, atmospheric pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the vertical column of air lying above a particular area. Atmospheric pressure is measured by using a barometer. The unit of measurement of atmospheric pressure is millibar, written as MB. The variation in the atmospheric pressure from one place to another affects all weather changes. For example, the rising pressure makes the weather fine, while decreasing air pressure makes the weather cloudy and rainy. All these variations or changes in atmospheric pressure depends upon some factors. Let us know about these factors. Following are the factors on which the atmospheric pressure of a place depends. 1. Temperature. 2. Altitude. 3. Density of the air. Let us discuss these factors one by one. 1. Temperature. There is an inverse relationship between air pressure and temperature. When the temperature of a place rises, the volume of surrounding air starts to increase. This makes the air less dense. Due to the low density, the air exerts a lesser pressure on the surface. When the temperature falls, the air becomes denser. That is, the weight of air increases. Due to the higher density, the column of air exerts a greater pressure on the surface. So, we can say that the hotter the place, the lesser the atmospheric pressure, and the colder the place, the higher the atmospheric pressure. 2. Altitude. Air is compressible and it concentrates near the Earth's surface. The upper layer of the atmosphere exerts more pressure on the lower layers on the surface of the Earth, thus increasing the density of air. Therefore, the atmospheric pressure near the Earth's surface is greater. As we move upwards from the Earth's surface, the air becomes lighter, which results in a low atmospheric pressure condition. This clearly indicates that the rate of atmospheric pressure varies inversely with height. 3. Density of air. The dense air is heavier than the thin air. Therefore, it exerts more pressure on the Earth's surface, while thin air exerts less pressure on the surface. The dense air is generally found near the surface of the Earth. especially at the ocean surface. That is why we find more atmospheric pressure at the sea level than at the top of the hills or mountains. Wind. Air always remains in motion. Sometimes it moves horizontally and sometimes vertically. The horizontal movement of air is called wind. Air moves horizontally from an area of an high pressure to an area of low pressure. Thus, the air moving in a direction which is essentially parallel, or we can say horizontal, with the earth's surface is called wind. The speed of wind is measured in kilometers per hour. The instrument used to measure the speed of wind is called an anemometer. Humidity. We know that water vapors is always present in the atmosphere. The amount of this water vapor is called humidity. The moistness or the dryness of the air depends upon the atmospheric humidity. Weather is said to be humid when the water vapor's content in air is higher, and it is dry weather when water vapor's content in air is lower. Rainfall depends on the level of atmospheric humidity. Rainfall is high in areas like Mumbai because it is near the Arabian Sea. It is low in areas which are far away from the water bodies. The instrument used to measure humidity of a place is a dry and wet bulb thermometer. Humidity is given in percentage. Clouds. Water from the water bodies like lakes, rivers, seas, and oceans evaporates due to the sun rays and forms the vapors. This vapors mixes with the atmosphere. It rises higher and higher along with the air. Due to the lower temperature at higher altitudes, the water vapors get converted into water droplets around dust particles. This process is known as condensation. These water particles float in the atmosphere. A collection of such minute water particles is known as a cloud. Precipitation. The wind blows the clouds from one place to another. We get rainfall from the clouds. This is called precipitation.